Can you see the live button?
I can't see anything.
Okay, we are already in live.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll check out this first. Yes, we are already on live in our page.
All
So
right. So,
2, 1.
hi
Okay.
guys.
Hi, welcome to our live chat today.
Tune in with Run and Dave.
Let's unzip a topic.
That topic. Yeah.
So I'm Devapriya Rajendran, and together with me we have
Hi, I'm Ranjini Munisami,
yes. So
and
today
today's
is
topic
our
is going to be
first episode on our first live chat show, Tune In with Run Dave. So, Ranjini, this show is powered by.
okay, guys. So, before that, I would like to share that this live chat session is powered by MindApp's Malaysia's best online learning platform. And to access to this platform, you can access to the link in the comment box, and you can get access to the website we shared here. All right.
Yes,
So today's our topic, our first ever topic, going to be Priya.
yes. Today our topic will be business during crisis, and is it possible? So, who will be our panelist, Ranjini, today?
Okay, our topic today is business during crisis possible, and our very special panelist is none other than Dr. Punithan Shan. So, shall we invite him, Priya?
Sure. So, I'll be in backstage supporting you technically. So, you will hosting the show. Good luck, Ranjini. So now, Dr. Puneet is on the screen.
Yep. Hi, Dr. Punithan Shan. Welcome to our show for the first episode today. How are you today?
Hi. Hi, fine, Ranjini. How are you?
I'm excellent, doctor. So, by the way, guys, the first time I met Dr. Punithan, it was during in a seminar in Facebook. So I was watching the seminar. That's when I first met Dr. Punithan, and at that time he was presenting about a content during that time. So. I spent about like 45 minutes or 1 hour, doctor, I think, watching that seminar. And then the first impression I got about doctor is uh, that was such a on point presenter. I was so impressed with the way doctor presented. And then although I was watching him from a screen, but I could feel the positive vibration from that person itself. So that's how I actually know Dr. Punithan, and we shared some professional relationship until today. So, Dr. Punithan is a medical doctor, a life coach, a blogger, and an influencer. So, doctor, from a medical doctor to an entrepreneur, how, doctor? I mean, like, you would have spent so many years to get that title, medical doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You are an entrepreneur now. I mean, tell us, please share your journey to us, doctor.
Okay. Normally, people will be like asking, why from a doctor to a an entrepreneur? The question will be like, in a shock. Okay. So, there are two kind of entrepreneurs outside: entrepreneur by choice, entrepreneur by chance. I'm the later, actually. Okay. So I'm a doctor by choice. So that's what I wanted to be. The entrepreneur by chance was, when we go shopping or something, okay, when we are not intent to buy that particular thing, but since we liked it, we'll buy it. Same thing, when I want to be an entrepreneur, or when I got this opportunity, it was like, in a flow, I met a friend and he was discussing about e-commerce, digital education and all that. So it attracted to me at that point of time. So I thought myself, of course, I need to actually grab this now. Whether I'm going to use it or not, that is later. I need to be an entrepreneur first. That's how my journey started actually.
Connection. Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome, doctor. I mean, okay, that's really a big decision you took, like to be a shift that you made, from a doctor to be an entrepreneur, and I'm sure you had your biggest why, and would you mind sharing it to us?
Okay, actually, to be an entrepreneur, you don't need to actually have a very big why and all that. It's just actually, grabbing an opportunity. But to make a career switch, it took me 1 year to actually switch my career. At my first year, it was back in 2011. I was actually a full-time medical doctor and actually a part-time entrepreneur. Okay, and that part, you don't need to actually have a very big guts or very big why and all that to do that. But after that, after 1 year, of course, I did my career switch. Okay, so my plan A became entrepreneurship. At that time, of course, in that 1 year, I mixed around with a lot of people. I started reading a lot of things and, of course, attending courses, learning a lot of things and all that. At that time, it actually, I told myself, okay, one thing that, yes, if I want to actually reach my real why, which is actually empowering people, entrepreneurship is the only way.
Okay. Yeah, all right. That's fantastic. I mean, yes, as he said, entrepreneurship is the only way, guys, to empower others. So thanks for that, Dr. Punithan. And today's topic, as we shared from the beginning, is business during crisis. Possible? So we are going to that is the key question of the show that we're going to ask. Okay, considering current crisis, we all know that it's not only us, it's not only in Malaysia, but it's the entire world is facing crisis. First it was health, and now it's already in the transition towards economic crisis. And we are seeing people are being going through retrenchment, and then their business are down and so on. So from based on your experience, especially, do you think getting into a business during crisis or sustaining in a business during crisis like this is possible?
Okay, I'm going to answer that in a binary way. Yes.
Okay, so would you like to elaborate more on that?
Okay, right. If you ask Punithan, can you cook? The answer will be no. Okay, but Punithan, can you cook when the need arrives? The answer will be yes.
Okay, fantastic. So
same thing when we talk about crisis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you talk about crisis, is business is possible? The answer can be actually binary yes or no for anything, but it depends on the people's needs. Do they need it? Okay. So crisis is not actually what we say a situation here. It is actually depend on that particular person whether they want to do it or not. So my answer will be, for myself, yes.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. And it really depends to that particular individual whether they want to get into this business or not. So yes, that's fantastic. So considering the current business owners, that we have, especially we want to gather this particular group of people, how can they actually convert this current setting, this crisis, into an opportunity so that they can grow or at least sustain? In your opinion, Doctor, about it?
Okay, because generally I would say about 80% of people outside, they used to focus on sustaining. Okay, but now, yes, actually when I see outside, people are actually already changing. They are not thinking about sustaining. They are actually back to their own track. Entrepreneurs, they'll be thinking about growing. Okay, so for entrepreneurs outside, don't bring your needs to the marketplace. Okay, bring your skills. As entrepreneurs, you can be actually running businesses for years. So maybe currently, what actually facing challenges, actually your needs might be actually facing challenges. So the industries actually might be facing challenges, but your skills never die. Okay, this is the time. Embrace the change. Be prepared to actually transform. Yes, if you need to take up a new path, yes, take up the new path, because your skills will stay forever. So being an entrepreneur, of course, all this while you have trained yourself, now cater for the need of the people by bringing your new skills to the market.
Okay. Yep, fantastic, Doctor. I mean, that was quite a elaborative way of giving some hint to the current business owners. I mean, don't get panicked. I'm sure some of y'all got panicked, and we are seeing so many people. A good thing that we are seeing so many people now in social media platform and trying to convert into doing digital marketing and so on. So hats off to you guys, and keep on adapting to the change, the new norm now. Yeah. So we are moving on to our next question. That as an entrepreneur, I mean, you have been an entrepreneur for the past 10 years. So
Yeah.
what are the challenges? Because to be an entrepreneur is not like, I mean, I personally, when I hear the word business or entrepreneurship, I'll be like, no, stay away. That was like few years back. So one of the reasons is because like people don't want to get into this because of the challenges. It's not an easy thing. I mean, entrepreneurship is about skill and all those things. So would you please share about the challenges that you have gone through in your 10 years of experience, and how did you tackle it? Would you mind sharing and give some tips to us, Doctor?
Okay, right. My biggest challenge, or I would say my biggest enemy, is myself. Okay. Being an entrepreneur, not just entrepreneur, I'm talking about any field outside. Okay. The thing that you need to convince first is yourself, why you are actually doing that. Okay. So of course there'll be varieties of challenges, obstacles and all that you're going to face when you're in business, or even when you're in a career or anything that you do. Okay. So the biggest thing that I faced was my laziness. Okay. My laziness to learn new things. A normal thing, being an entrepreneur, you need to deliver your product or a service to the customer. That is actually a definition of being an entrepreneur. So in this part, of course, I'll be facing my rejections. Okay. So when I'm facing my rejections, of course, there is a way for me to learn my skills, how to improve. Okay. This is where, my laziness came inside. Yes, I can learn the skills, or I can give reasons. So there were times actually I was keep on giving reasons, and the reasons were actually converted into a reality. Then I decided, if I want a different kind of reality, I need to change myself. So until today, the biggest challenge the biggest person that I need to convince and reconvince is myself. And advice to everyone, the biggest weapon, okay, to convince yourself to be very focused, is actually, set up a very big why, very personal why, very emotional why, your goals, and talk to your goals and reasons every single day. Live as a person that you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, you'll be convinced to work, you'll be motivated to work, you'll be motivated to learn.
Yeah, awesome, Doctor. Awesome. That was very insightful sharing from Dr. Punithan. And by the way, guys, for those who are watching our live session, if you have any question to Dr. Punithan, you can always type in your questions in the comment box, and we will direct your questions about our topic today: business during crisis possible. And we will direct it to Dr. Punithan Shan at the end of the show, and we will attend it. Yeah. And also, Doctor, I mean, like I personally really have, I mean, I've seen you, I mean, of course I know you personally, and I always wonder, like, what would you I always want to know, what, as a person who have already in this industry for 10 years and more, and you would have this sort of specific sort of criteria for a person to be able to venture into a business. What sort of criteria one should have to venture into a business, especially during this crisis period, Doctor?
Especially during this crisis, the part that I want to actually remove here is actually about the crisis part. First thing about, that's why even when we mention about crisis, people will tend to actually, go into something, okay, by force. Okay. And in business, it will never work. It will never work when you actually push to do something that you can't. In a way, you can actually even force to work, but you can't actually be forced to do business actually. So the basic criteria to be an entrepreneur, definitely number one, you need to have your reasons why you want to be an entrepreneur, the reason. Number two, yes, you need to be ready to learn. Okay, I don't know whether this word agrees or not. Be teachable. Okay, because I tried to Google about this word, but it's actually very, very gray area. Okay, be teachable. This is what actually I was taught by one of my mentors last time. Be very teachable. Okay, so if you want to be an entrepreneur, you must be ready to learn new things and keep learning from everyone. Okay, keep learning from everyone. That will be a second thing. Number 3 will be, yes, do until you get it right. There is no such thing as I'm going to try it. You are going to actually do it or you don't do it. If you have to succeed, do it until you get it right.
Okay, that
was since you have added the word crisis here, again my advice here will be, okay, don't do something because you are being pushed to. Okay, but you can actually see this as an opportunity, meaning that when there is a crisis, of course, when all the doors are shut, of course, you can use your skills, because all this while if you have been working somewhere, okay, or you have been actually, into some kind of business and your industry has been affected, but your skills stays forever. You can actually convert your skills currently, okay, and now venture into new things and take up a new path.
Okay, that was awesome, Doctor. I mean, like, especially the last point on convert your skill into business. Speaking about it, like, so I've seen so many people who love cookings and stuff like that. They convert now into a business and they're doing business online, especially during this time. So that was a fantastic way of adapting to current situation as well.
Right.
So we have one last question to you guys. But before that, do you have any questions for all the viewers? If you have any questions to Dr. Punithan regarding this topic, you can always type in your questions in the comment box and we will attend it shortly. And okay, Doctor, who is your, I mean, this is like something that I love this question and I always want to know who is this particular thing. Yeah, Doctor, for you, who is your inspiration and source of motivation throughout this entrepreneurship journey?
My mother, my grandmother.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I've seen when I was young, my grandmother is actually a person who's not formally educated, but she can actually cater for people's needs. Okay, that's the part actually. There are two kind of entrepreneurs actually. Yeah. Okay. When people are trying to sell what they have, another one is actually they listen to people's needs and cater for them. Okay. So when my grandmother used to be in living in estate, at that time she used to actually have cows and all that, selling milks and all that. And we forced her to move in with us. It was actually a small Taman house with very limited places. And she started seeing around, okay, people are going to market and people are struggling and all that. Then she started to actually, have her own small putty chicken farm and, start selling chicken to people and all that. She listened. And, the business was very good. Even at that point of time, it was 1987 and I was in standard 2. She bought me a personal computer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
At that point, even my school didn't have a computer. 1987. Okay. So,
wow.
The part, she inspired me, the way she did it. Okay. She inspired me. And of course, my mom, she took up a teacher's degree. After, myself and my brother was actually, I think we were in primary school. And she decided, yes, I want to go for my degree. And she managed to actually, take care of us at the same time to complete a degree. So, I've learned multitasking from that.
Yeah. Awesome.
That
awesome.
inspired.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, it was never a point that saying that, okay, I can't do this because I don't have time. I was actually, I will keep thinking about my mother. She completed a teacher's degree. She was still working. She actually bring up myself and my brother, which was actually not a very easy thing to bring up my brother. And, and took care of my parents and my father and her parents. Okay.
All right. Awesome. I mean, that was an unexpected answer, to be honest. But yeah, that's really that's very impressive to hear it from you, Doctor. So we have questions, yeah. But I think we will take up the questions at the end. So we have one last question for you, Doctor. On we have been hearing about this term, new norm and Earth 2.0, impact of pandemic. The entire globe is facing it. It's still going through it. So what would your advice be, or suggestion to those who are who are like sort of like lost their job, source of income, freezed, they do not know what to do, and they really want to do something to move to the next stage, move forward. So what would your few words from you, doctor, for this particular group, especially in our Facebook, who are viewing in our live session, our Facebook group, and so on, especially the youngsters of age 30s and 20s especially.
Okay, so talking about the new normal. Okay, no one has actually ever mentioned this will be temporary. Everyone, the entire world, everyone is actually talking about be prepared. This might be forever. Meaning, yes, the COVID might go away, but we might have another kind of challenges so we need to be prepared. So in this part, I would like to actually quote a story. The California gold rush back in 1850s, I think. Okay, so when there was actually someone found out there are a lot of actually gold so called in California. There were about 300,000 people. Okay, they migrated to California. Okay, and people were thinking that people were getting rich because of people were mining gold. And recently there were actually studies actually they were conducting who actually got rich, who actually benefited from the California gold rush. Actually, there was actually a shocking news where the miners didn't get rich. Okay, those people who got rich was the real one who won the California gold rush was the retailers, the merchants, and the Okay, I think my line was cut.
Yeah.
Can you hear me,
Ranjini?
Retailers. Okay, right. Okay, they were the one who actually the service providers, meaning 300,000 people migrated to one place actually, and they were working, they were mining gold. Those people who provided logistics, facilities for them. Those people provided food, tools, education for them. Actually, they were the biggest winners. The biggest profit share in terms of I would say income or profit went to them. So that will be my advice to everyone. Currently, when people are talking about the current situation, everyone they are moving to a new normal. Okay, they are in a different kind of environment, needs, and everything has changed. Okay, start finding out what are the needs of the current people in the new normal. If they are in need of something, find a way how you can be part of that commerce thing. How you can be a part of the part where you can bring the need to those people who are seeking. Be the bridge. Okay, so all this while you might be working somewhere as the same thing. Don't bring your need to the market. You have your skills. You have your skills. Even knowing Ranjini and as a person behind this Devapriya, okay, you have brought your skills to the market. People need this kind of thing. This will be your skills. Okay, so same thing. I've seen people who have actually brought in. They don't want to sell. They want to teach people how to sell. Okay, people who are actually catering people for educational needs. Okay, so this will be my advice again. Yes, it will be an unfortunate thing if you have lost your job or pay loss or pay cut or anything. Okay, but yes, things can change. The things is, I'm not talking about the situation. You can change. Use the current situation at your advantage. Even I think Tun Mahade spoke about this about a few days ago. He said, change the crisis into opportunity.
Yeah.
The crisis into opportunity. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the thing that you need to do.
Yes, that's fantastic. So that actually sums up, it ties back to our topic today, business during crisis. So as Dr. Punithan wrapped it up, convert the crisis into opportunity. That's the key thing that we really want. This is a message from our panelist, Dr. Punithan. Thank you so much for that golden words. This is what exactly was running in our mind as well. Priya and I, she's at the backstage. And it's not the end of the world. It's true that it's crisis. Yes, we all know we have to go through it. We can't do. I mean, we can maneuver through it. And then we have to find ways. To survive and come out maybe better. I mean, as I always hear this from my coach. This is where the like everything is standstill. And some who really adapt to this new norm and convert the crisis into opportunity might go up, and those who refuse to adapt to this situation may go down. I mean, it's just an example of how it may be at the end of the day. So that's really fantastic, quick and power pack session from Dr. Punithan. So we're going to attend some questions, doctor. So we have one question from Mr. Tama Kupan. All right, okay. So why not carry out both medical and current career, doctor? So I think this is more on your a bit personal to you. So I would.
Okay, so I'm still a medical doctor. Okay, so I am not actually given up my knowledge or my service. Okay, I just stopped working as a doctor. Okay, the working means you are actually being obliged to a system or something that I'm obliged, or I would say I am actually tied up, bonded to my Hippocratical oath that I took, that I will serve as a doctor, but I choose to work as an entrepreneur. Okay, so being an entrepreneur, that's why even in my profile, being a medical doctor will be my second line, and being a mentor will be my fourth line. So I'm actually doctor by passion, by service, but I'm not actually bonded, or I'm not actually tied up with any working system. Okay.
Yeah. So I hope that answers Mr. Tama Kupan's question. Any other next question? All right. Okay. So for those viewers who would like to know more about Dr. Punithan, he has his own page. So would you like to share about your page details, doctor?
Okay. Actually, I've launched my own web portal also. So you can go to drpunithanshan.com.
All right. So
you just type it or something. I mean, yeah.
Shan.com, and you can get access. While I am okay. All right.
And when we are talking about the part where everything is zero, right? I would like to share at one point that it used to be survival of the fittest. It used to be those era survival of the fittest. Those people with big backgrounds, those people with knowledgeable parents. They get to be in those things. Huh? Now it's actually the survival of the quickest. The fastest one who's going to adapt to the new normal, they will. So that's why it's essentially when the ground is zero, now everyone has the equal rights or equal chance for them to actually, learn, bring out the skill to the market and succeed. At the same time, never forget to help those people in need as well.
Yes, that's very, very
like what Ranjini and Priya are doing. They are helping. Actually, that's the way I see this. Actually, they are helping. They are actually, within their limit, they have actually, went until an extent of, yes, we want to do this at this time. We want to help people to connect knowledge. That is a service that you can do also. Okay. Thank you for that, Ranjini and Priya.
And we have one question. Okay. All right. So while there are no questions from sessions, so we're going to take like offline question, doctor. All right.
Okay. Right.
What are we as a current generation to teach the future generation on entrepreneurship?
We, the current generation.
Yeah.
We the current generation.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Because, yeah. Please go on.
Okay. Entrepreneurship. For my point of view, normally, we used to, even from my background, entrepreneurship has always been a plan B. Okay, plan B, meaning, yes, you can do business, but have a job first, then you do business. That kind of actually, teaching or mental conditioning has happened. So in my point of view, this is what actually I want to teach my children or whoever I want to actually, groom in the future. My point is very simple. Entrepreneurship should be plan A. Okay, so meaning plan A, it should be actually your main or A for alternative, either way. So because being an entrepreneur, you'll be secure in terms of whatever happens. Being an entrepreneur, you will learn a lot of skills, which you can actually, survive in whatever situation. okay, in whatever circumstances. So our generation, so since engineers included, our generation, we are the generation we have seen things before internet, after internet, before COVID, after COVID, we have seen a lot of things actually. We are special kind of generation. So of course, start teaching people. Don't create fear among the younglings. Don't create fear among the youth, saying that entrepreneurship is bad. Entrepreneurship is very challenging. Okay, trust me, I've worked for 4 to 5 years. I can see, job work is actually much more challenging. Okay, compared to entrepreneurship. So let them choose. Let them actually decide for themselves. Don't create unnecessary fear even before they try.
All right. Okay. That's one more question here. Thank you so much for that, Doctor. We have one more question from Miss Puanesh Selva. I know Doctor as my mentor, but I wanted to know what made you keep motivated every single day. Okay, Doctor, you got to share this secret to all of us.
The secret. Okay, I used to have my own personal goals and dreams. Earning a lot of money, buying this, buying that, and all that. There was this one day. It was actually, I think, 2011. That was my first time I was on stage giving training, so-called training, to a group of about 500 people, I think. I was actually very scared. Okay. I even had my backup, Sanjay and Nivan. I made them to drive all the way from Malacca to Penang, just to keep me motivated for that. Okay, so I didn't know what I spoke for 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes, I didn't know what I spoke. And I came down. A young girl, about 15, 16 years old, from the crowd. She gave me a book and asked for my autograph. First time in my life, actually, someone even recognized me in such a way. She took the autograph. I felt good, and I continued. 2 to 3 years after that, it was 2014, 2015 at that time, I was invited to University Medical Faculty of Bandung in Indonesia for a talk, okay, for student talk. And after the talk, a girl came to me. He said, "Doctor, do you remember me?" I said, "No." Then she showed the autograph book, which I actually, that was actually, and I was actually very shocked, because my training was about making money and business. Okay, that was my training was about. But she took it, that one point where if you have decided on something, pursue it. Never stop. And at that point, she decided to become a doctor, and she pursued. And she said, you are one of my reasons, Anna, for me to be here now. That from that point onwards, Puanesh, even yesterday you shared something, Puanesh Selva, you shared something about your gratitude in your Facebook, and you have actually tagged my name. That is very addictive, Puanesh. That is very motivating. That is, that's the part that keep me motivated, keep me, I would say I'll go in until any extent, okay, to keep helping people. It can be for a very selfish reason. Okay, so yeah, that's my honest reason.
That's a I mean, it's really, I had like goosebumps when you said that, a person came to you and said you are the reason of where she is right now. That's really an achievement. I mean, I personally take it as an achievement. So I really get the connection on that. Fantastic. And we have one last question, offline again as well. So, Doctor, this question is, how do you see women's in entrepreneurship in your journey? Is there any changes on the ratio of women's in entrepreneurship, and what would your few words for these ladies in general?
In terms of capability, I would say, of course, business, you need to be able to capable to handle or manage a lot of stuff at one point of time. Okay, so that is actually a requirement for you to be a good entrepreneur. I would say by birth, or I would say naturally, women have that ability. Okay, of multitasking. As I mentioned, I have referred my mother and grandmother and all that. Okay, the part they can actually multitask. Okay, even I would like to actually mention my wife here. Even recently, she had to actually work since she's a doctor. She's actually had to work. Had to take care of mother who was actually post surgery, and who had to take care of the family and all that. At the same time, yes, she actually took care of me and all that. And I can't imagine for me able to do even 10% of what she did. With all this, okay, the part of multitasking, okay. So it's an inborn ability for women, number one. Number two, I would say the ratio, okay. We need to stop seeing the ratios actually. You know why? The moment we see ratios, it will be like, showing that, oh, okay, something very special a woman to achieve. We should actually, stop looking at the point. It's a very normal thing, okay. Man or woman, it's a very normal thing. A man to achieve, to compete head to head and achieve against movement, okay, we need to actually start congratulating the man actually, because in terms of ability, women can do wonders. Okay, women can do wonders. I've experienced it personally. Only one thing, for all the men outside, especially married ones, okay, father to a daughter, brother to a sister, don't feel that if the woman in your family, okay, if they achieve better than you, if they are doing better than you financially or in terms of knowledge, it is actually a disrespecting for you. Don't stop thinking like that. Okay, it's something that you need to feel proud of. It's something that you need to actually, feel that, what, my wife is so successful and I'm behind her success. Yeah. Something to feel. When the moment happens, okay, and we won't be talking about all the ratios, we'll be talking about, yes, what, I competed against a woman in business and I won. That should be our aim one day.
That's thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that very motivating. Personally, I take it as I myself as a woman, really, thank you so much for that very building command. And thank you so much, Bernice. Say thank you so much as well. We have one more question from Miss Tama Kupan. Okay. During my travel, I can see many Indians not aware how to use computer or share hotspot when approach e-commerce. How to give awareness?
Okay, first thing is,
you got it. Okay.
Okay, I got it. Okay. So first thing, sister, I think Tama Kupan is it is sister. So what, to give awareness, we don't have to actually do even talks and all that. Those people that you met, if you found anyone, not just Indians, I'm talking about anyone who are actually having these kind of difficulties, you can teach 10 people. Okay. So if you know to do something, you can teach them. Okay. That will be the beginning of awareness. Just add on one simple message or advice to them. After you're teaching them, tell them that to teach their circle of friends. Then the knowledge will become viral. People can actually, watch movies in YouTube. So they have the need. They just need to be, taught the right ways. Yes, people like you and me can teach. Let's teach 10 and actually, add on an advice where they must teach another 10. Okay? Okay.
Okay. So we have more question coming up. So we are going to take up a question from Miss Ilaya Raja Ramaya. Ilaya Raja is a Mr. Sorry. How you handle negativity in entrepreneurship during startup this journey? Okay,
I won't handle. Okay, so I'm a person who actually I don't wish to handle negativity. Okay, meaning if a person is actually asking, I will answer. Okay, if a person is actually giving me unwanted or unconstructive opinions, okay, I will only take any advice and opinion from a person where he needs to be qualified. For an example, if someone is actually coming and advising me, what, this is how you need to do a surgery, this is how you need to actually, give an injection to a person. If the person is not a qualified doctor, definitely I'm not going to take an advice from that person, no matter how he's going to actually, convince me. Same thing, if someone is going to actually advise me, or, in terms of negativity, there are a lot of people who, tend to throw opinions. What, this is what I think, this is what I feel, okay? So, what, you can think and you can feel, but if what you can actually do for me, that will be my question, Mr. Raja. So I don't handle negativity. It's actually, how are you going to handle fire? Don't handle fire. Okay, but fire is a good energy if you can convert it. It's your choice. So if it's a question, be prepared in terms of skills to actually handle it. If it's a negative thing, okay, it's your choice whether you want to actually handle or empower that particular person, or you're going to leave it up to them. Okay.
Yeah, fantastic answer to that. So I hope that answers your question, Mr. Ilayaraja. And to know more about Dr. Punithan Shan, you can just type in www.drpunithanshan.com, and it will lead you to his Facebook profile and all of his linked social media. And I think, do we have more questions? Okay. Since we don't have okay, yeah, so thank Ms. Tamase, thank you for giving this career. Okay, and anything anymore? Okay, so I think thank you so much for your. There are so many thank yous from our viewers. Thank you so much, Dr. Punithan, for your time, for allocating your time during your busy schedule, and we really feel honored to have you as the first panelist in our show, live chat, Tune In with Rana and Dave. And for for viewers, we will record this session, and this will be available on our page, so you can also watch the recorded version. Just repeat that this live chat is powered by Mynapse. So to log into Mynapse, you can just the websites are available in the comment box. You can just click to the link and check out this website, Mynapse, best e-learning online platform in Malaysia. So until we see you guys on next episode, thank you so much, Dr. Punithan, and I think I'm going to have Priya on board. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. All right, stop. All right, Priya. You want to come join? So we are guys. We are actually in the same room. We don't want to make it so.
Sorry for the echoing just now.
And then let's switch it off. Hide. Okay, is that all right? So you have to switch it off.
It's okay.
I mean, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And Priya was did an awesome job today, coordinating all these stuffs and all the creative works. Really, she did a spectacular job today.
Thank you so much. You did well today. I think I'm really proud of you, Ranjini.
Okay.
So we have successfully done our first episode of Tune In with Randeep.
Yeah.
So I think the next episode's announcement, guys, we will update in our page. Nowhere else, it's in Tune In with Randeep, our Facebook page. So our second episode and our panelists.
Yes.
So all those information will be revealed there. So what they have to do, Ranjini?
Okay. For those viewers, if you would like to suggest any topic to us, also please feel free to inbox us or communicate to us through the page. We will go through your request, and then we will try our level best to get the best panelists we can to discuss about the topic, so that we can enlighten your doubts and questions and so on. So it was a very successful session today. I believe business during crisis possible. It's unzipped today, and
I just want to say that this live chat is not just about me or Ranjini, so it's going to be a two-way interaction. With the audience and with us. So feel free to share your comments or any questions or what kind of topics that you want listening coming up episodes and everything. So feel free to comment. So see you guys in another exciting episode on an exciting topic. So
we're gonna have the promo. We're gonna have the promo about the title. So just like our page, follow our page, and follow our updates. You will receive updates on our upcoming next topic, and also our promo on that coming soon, and with the details of the panelists and so on. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ranjini.
I'm Devapriya. This is Live chat, tune in with Shan.
Bye, guys. You know,
Okay, we are going.